The past should not represent you, the same reason a historical statue should not represent the country. History has come a long way. Back in 1920, the first white woman could vote, and they worked super duper hard for that. And by 1965, the first Black and Latino woman could vote too. We have come so far, and we can now go to college, and we have freedom of speech. We have come such a long way for all these events to happen. We are still making history even today, considering the first African American woman just got elected to be the Vice President of the United States. Historical statues are a part of our history. For better or for worse, these statues represent the country that once was and what isn't today. Many people wish to get rid of the Confederacy statues and other statues around the United States and basically erase that part of history. History cannot be erased. Learning to accept history gives us a better understanding of what we can do to better this country. There's a reason we take history classes in school, to learn about what used to be and what we can improve on to make this country better. Thomas Jefferson was known as a slave owner. Does that mean we should remove the Thomas Jefferson statue, which is very popular at the University of Virginia, or let alone remove him from our $2 bill? Removing a statue will not fix any racial or social issue this country has. Educating ourselves on history will make a bigger and better difference. It's how we raise our kids, and it's what we teach them. Let's teach our future generation to look at these statues and see how generations have come. We live in a country with so much freedom. We can ride a bus with different kinds of people. We live in a country that believes in all Black Lives Matter and Pride Day. This is because history has taught us to stand up for ourselves and become a better version of ourselves. Over the last couple years, many protesters have trashed and graffitied certain statues, such as the one of Confederate General Robert E. Lee on October 2020. It makes you wonder if these protests are actually for a cause or simply because they're just doing this out of spite and just because they feel like it. This protest led to some people getting pepper sprayed and 2 other people getting hurt. The irony to this is that people fighting to remove these statues are removing them because they don't believe in violence or war or white supremacy. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of people and a whole bunch of violence and writing that goes on when somebody's trying to remove a certain statue. Did you know the city of Richmond has spent $1.8 million on removing a Confederacy statue? And in New Orleans, it costs $2.1 million to remove 4 Confederacy monuments. The cost seems to be super duper high to remove such a monument. The price originally was going to be $150,000, but due to other protests and hiring FBI and other sources of security, the price went up to $1 million. The question is all of this money going to be worth it? Will removing one single statue create such a big difference? There are better ways of making a difference than removing a single statue. We should put posters out in front of every statue and educating people the history of what this person did and what this person had an impact on history. We should be informing people. We shouldn't be removing them. We shouldn't celebrate them either, because some of these people were bad, but we should let people know and be aware of the past events to make sure that they do not repeat themselves. Statues have been around for so long, and when something has been around for many, many years, such as a 131-year-old statue called the Appomattox, it's basically history. and it's getting ruined. Statues should educate and help this generation stand up for themselves. We shouldn't remove any statues that we can learn from and benefit from. We are the future. Let's educate ourselves and improve this country for the better.